Hello again, and my apologies. In the last part, I said the hydroponics lab was the final to last megastructure. It is not. The one I'm gonna set up now is the second to final megastructure.
technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction.
Initiating the Arcology workshop construction process. This facility will serve as the primary assembly site for large-scale orbital and surface-based habitat systems.
We're finally here, Mr. Riggs. This is the heart of everything we have been working toward. With the Arcology workshop operational, we can finally start building the first Arcology directly in the planet's orbit.
This megastructure consists of multiple specialized nanofabrication workshops and an orbital elevator that is going to transport prefabricated components and nanobot assembly swarms to the optimal operating altitude. However, the elevator shaft does not provide sufficient support strength to maintain the assembly platform at the required height.
That's why we built the gravitational hyperlens. It's powerful enough to keep the entire structure in orbit. We just need to ensure that it remains operational throughout the entire assembly process. Otherwise, construction will halt.
This type of zero-G construction work is typically carried out in specialized orbital stations that have all of the required infrastructure on site. In our case, we'll be using large-scale, remote-controlled nanobot assembly swarms. They will be operating at a very large distance from our base. The nanobot swarm control center will have to remain online at all times, or the process will stop.
The Hydroponic Sustainability Lab is not an obvious participant in this process, but we'll have to ensure it's functioning as well. The Arcology project is mostly self-sustainable by design. We have to prepare vast hydroponic gardens on board the station to ensure that they can support its future population.
All of these things could be achieved in much simpler ways, Ashley. I hope that your faith in the people who come here is not going to be in vain.
It's not about hope, Mr. Riggs. I'm both a scientist and a soldier, and I know that the odds for the sides of this coin are not even. I'm just trying to even them out.
Arcology workshop construction finished. Ashley, please make sure that all of the remaining megastructures are fully operational, and then approach the workshop to initiate the assembly process.
Roger that, Mr. Riggs.
Honestly, I don't remember if this really is the final megastructure or not. Just in case, I'm going to manually save, and we'll go from there.
Research completed. All megastructures are reporting full operational status. Nanofabrication units online. Orbital lift status, check. The Arcology workshop is powering up. Assembly process commencing.
A truly magnificent sight to behold. This is the gateway to technology-led cohabitation on Galatea 37.
Warning! Hostile creatures are closing in on our base. Prepare for an attack. Ashley, we have finished building all of the megastructures, and the Arcology assembly process has been started. We have crossed everything off the list. Do you have any additional goals for us? Or do you want to wait until Riftbreaker Command sends in another Riftbreaker with a new quantum synchronization core?
No, we are not waiting on them. We are going back to Earth.
What? How do you intend to accomplish that? The original Rift Station's quantum entanglement core was destroyed when the portal collapsed. We no longer have a functioning connection back to Earth.
We build a new Rift Station, a full-scale one, the same kind that sent us here in the first place. It's massive and requires enormous amounts of resources, but it can send us to a single destination. No quantum entanglement core needed.
That is ludicrous, Ashley. It has never been done before. Not by a single Riftbreaker.
Everything that we've done on this planet has never been done before. This is literally my job description, Mr. Riggs.
Well, that is correct, Ashley. I cannot deny that.
Okay then. You must have the blueprints for a prime rift station in your common nanofabrication blueprint template repository. We've increased our assembly capabilities so much that we should be able to construct it without dividing the process into separate components.
Affirmative, Ashley. We can start working on a prime rift station, but I am not certain if we can get it done. Construction requirements are one thing, and the resources required to power it up are another.
Come on, Riggs. We've got nothing better left to do anyway. Let's think where we can place this monster.
And the best location is back at HQ. Because you already fortified your HQ base to the brim with walls and defensive towers. Then again, you can go to a different biome and set everything up there. However, it will take time to set up enough defenses, walls, towers, wherever you can think of. Because once you try to activate this Mega Rift Station, the attack wave when we switched on the regular Rift Station is nothing compared to what will be thrown at you once you try to activate the Mega Rift Prime Rift Station. I'm not kidding here. Oh wow. So before we do this, we'll be taking on the final DLC, so we can reap the benefits of all the mega structures we have already set up. Because that's what I did the first time I tackled or took on these mega structures. I didn't complete a singular DLC. Instead, I finished constructing all the mega structures, then I took them on. Now, one of the DLCs is my favorite. At the same time, it is also the longest and tedious multitasking DLC of all the others. So the megastructures will definitely help you in the long run when it comes to this Heart of the Swamp DLC. Just gonna take care of this attack wave, then we head on back to HQ and start it, the DLC. I'm gonna cut the video short here as well, cause once you've seen these attack waves once or twice, you've seen them all. R7GL out. Now, in order to start the DLC, you must set up a small alien laboratory. So I'm going to set one up real quickly right over here. And we'll start it.
Look at this strange vegetation. It clearly doesn't belong here.
This area must have been contaminated by one of those flying spores. It must be the source of this growth.
Yes, that sounds obvious. Let's see what we can learn from studying the macrospore in more detail.
We have to take a larger piece of this object and bring it to our alien laboratory to study it. A small sample will not be enough.
We've calculated the comet's possible impact location. It's flying right above us. We have to investigate it as soon as it hits the ground.
The comet has hit the ground. Ashley, let's go and investigate that area.
Just making sure that none of these weird spore pods or whatever they are doesn't spread. It's not a necessity though. Something in my gut screams at me to do it. Otherwise, I get a bad feeling, something we don't want at our HQ location to happen.
I can transport the sample with the Megasuit's gravity modulator arm extension. Please bear in mind that if we rift jump while holding this object, it will not travel with us.
Okay, let's take a walk then.
This sample is safe within the force field, but it is going to deteriorate quite quickly if we drop it to the ground.
Oh, by the way,
Ashley, are you interested in this object out of pure scientific curiosity? Or are you seriously worried that it could pose a real threat?
Well, I guess both. I am still really excited about all of the magnificent wildlife that we're experiencing on Galatea every day. I came here as a scientist and as an explorer, and I still feel that way. Although I have to admit, this planet is much more dangerous than I expected. It's like everything has been trying to kill us around every corner, and it's just too much sometimes. There are some moments when I feel like I want to shoot at everything that's moving in our direction. So, yes, I am curious to learn more about this object, and I am worried that it might be something that could really kill us.
Forgot to mention, when you're carrying objects like this, you cannot use any of your weapons or combat abilities. Which is also why I really like the drones. They will do all the defending and attacking for you.
Okay, we delivered a huge chunk of the macrospore to the alien research lab. Let's see what it can tell us.
I have analyzed the pollen in the air and the macrospore sample. The first thing to note is that they were produced by two different species of fungi.
That's interesting. The fungi that produce those gigantic flying spores would have to be enormous. And the amount of biomass in that cloud is also quite astounding.
The next thing we have learned is that the large spores feed on the microscopic grains of the pollen cloud. They would not be able to fly very far without it.
An intriguing parasitic relationship. Can you tell me more about that large spore? How was it able to spread that growth around its landing site so quickly? Can it survive in this environment?
That flying object was a carrier vessel that contained multiple fungal spores surrounded by a thick layer of hypernutritious resin-like substance and shielded by strong chitin walls. The organisms around the landing site used up the nutrients from the carrier vessel to develop very quickly. However, I am not certain if they will be able to survive in this environment, nor if they should be classified as a threat.
I'm not convinced about that. The fact that they're not trying to tear us apart with claws or beaks doesn't make them harmless. The sheer size of that spore cloud could make it dangerous. What if it starts to change the local ecosystem? What if it serves as a growth catalyst for the acidic yeast colonies that we've encountered? We can't just ignore this. We have to find where this cloud is coming from and determine if it is dangerous.
Now that we have analyzed the cloud's content, we can input that data to the planetary scanner to search for areas that can contain large amounts of biomass with similar element composition spectrum.
Let's look at biomes that can support large fungal colonies, potentially warm and with lots of water.
Affirmative. Further scans indicate an area that matches this query. It is a vast river delta located in the subtropical zone. The vegetation in that biome is very dense and strongly distinct from what we have seen in other parts of the planet. Its location suggests that it could be the source of the spore cloud.
Okay, that sounds good, Mr. Riggs. Please mark the location on the planetary scanner, and let's go to that fungal swamp as soon as we can.
And now you can get rid of the alien of the laboratory you set up. You don't need it anymore. Note to self, R7GL. Don't make your base so ridiculously huge, otherwise The game will lag like you wouldn't believe, and it'll take longer for conversations to end and new locations to pop up in the orbital scanner. Weapons and mods I recommend for this DLC are energy based damage and area based damage from rocket launchers, grenade launchers, and so on. Let's go.
Rift jump successful. Air temperature 321 degrees Kelvin. Humidity at maximum. Visibility very low.
Wait, Mr. Riggs. Stop. Look over there. Wow. I've never seen anything like this. That tree is enormous. We have to go see it up close. It's breathtaking.
I concur, Ashley. It appears to be even larger than the cloud drifters on Cephalus.
Yes, it definitely looks bigger. Let's go. We have to see it up close.
Oh, and don't forget about cryo. It works in this biome.
Arcology assembly process complete. All systems are stable. Structural integrity verified. Gravitational anchors enabled. The first Arcology on Galatea 37 is parked in geostationary orbit.
We did it, Mr. Riggs. This is not just a structure. It is proof that colonization can be done in a better way. We built a city that's going to breathe with the planet.
Habitat systems are online. Life support, agriculture, and environmental controls are functioning within expected parameters. The Arcology is ready to receive its first civilian inhabitants.
We are finally free, Mr. Riggs. I feel that we can return to Earth holding our heads high. It's even more impressive when we're standing close to it, but I can't really make out the structure of this great tree. It's partially covered with the same growth that we've seen come out of that flying spore that reached our HQ. The trunk appears to be intertwined in thick, thorny vines. And I see hundreds of creatures crawling amongst its branches. It looks very old and dried out. Let's go around the base of the tree. I want to learn more about it. This side of the tree doesn't look so dried out. It has visible living tissue. I can even see some resin-like substance coming out from the crevices in the trunk.
Warning! Hostile creatures are swarming down on us from the tree. Ashley, prepare to fight.
The trunk of the tree is densely entangled with some sort of aggressive thorn vine. It almost looks like it's trying to strangle this giant organism.
Warning! I am detecting a lot of movement coming down from the tree. Ashley, get ready to fight.
Oh, and if you like the railgun, I recommend that if you pick up one with energy damage over time, take that one. Then mods, fire rate, ammo cost, and arrow 8. Just like I have done here. And if your railgun doesn't already have rate of fire, throw that on as well. This thing is a beast.
This side of the tree is densely covered with parasite nests. The entire trunk is crawling with them. It looks like they've overwhelmed this organism and they're draining all of its life. Okay, Mr. Riggs. I think we should set up a research outpost at the base of this tree and learn more about the situation in this biome. I think this giant organism is the key to our riddle.
What riddle?
The pollen cloud and the gigantic flying spores trying to invade our headquarters? That's why we came here.
I am sorry, Ashley. I still have not classified those events as a threat to our mission. All of this looks like a natural part of this planet's ecosystem.
I hope you're right. Either way, I don't want to take that risk.
Best location to set up the outpost structure. Don't set it up right next to the tree trunk. Instead, set it up a little bit away from it. you'll be good to go. This'll do for now, I hope. Oh, wait. Right here.
Okay, we've got an outpost building up and running. Now we can move on to constructing the necessary research infrastructure around the tree and start gathering data about this organism.
It is going to be challenging to defend our base in the swamp. There is very little building space available, and we will not be able to rely on wind and solar energy. We should focus on more efficient energy sources, like flammable gas, nuclear, or fusion power.
We can use biocondensers to gather sludge from the mud pools all around us and convert that into flammable gas. Energy shouldn't be a problem. We just need to think different.
Extended pipelines will be difficult to defend.
That is true, but we can secure them with floating immolator towers. Plus, pipelines are cheap to rebuild. A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction. New blueprints are available for crafting.
And there you have it. The second most decent type of defensive towers. You can place them on any kind of liquid, be it mud or acidic.
Research completed.
And they are located right over here.
A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction.
And also, that's all the time we have for now. Until next time, everybody, have a great day. R7GL signing off.